This was heartbreaking last year because we were really close. We've not had a good FA Cup record since I've been here, but I would love to win FA Cup for Villa. Would love it. Walking up the stairs to lift the trophy.
Go on, John.
And we haven't done it in a long time. 7 FA Cups, and I would love to be the captain that lifted the 8th.
John McGinn, I love that. We were so close last season, reaching the semi-final, and I think it's hard to overstate just how important the FA Cup should be for a club like Aston Villa, where, I think if you look at Newcastle and even Crystal Palace, both as really good examples of this, winning silverware. Obviously, Crystal Palace, it was the FA Cup. With Newcastle, it was the Carabao Cup. But winning silverware that kind of validates the project that's going on right now. And whilst it may seem impossible for those teams or even Villa to truly break that monopoly of the big six, in 10, 20, 30 years time, when we look back on these periods where Unai Emery is no longer Aston Villa manager, or Eddie Howe is no longer the Newcastle manager, or Oliver Glasner is no longer the Crystal Palace manager, history will be very, very kind to those who obviously go and win these trophies. Ultimately, if Unai Emery leaves Aston Villa without winning a trophy, he will be deemed by a lot of people as a failure. Is that necessarily right? No, but a trophy is needed, especially, from a Villa perspective, when you go and see Newcastle and Palace even winning the Community Shield as well, and making that 2 trophies within the space of 3 months. So to see John McGinn talk so passionately about winning the FA Cup, it gives me hope that we can go and do this, and then hopefully, even in the same season, go on and win the Europa League, because we've seen what Spurs could do. Last season, we were so much better than Spurs, and you obviously see how massive that is for the club getting into the Champions League and having that revenue, and for Villa to hopefully be released somewhat by the financial shackles of SCR and PSR that we currently are with UEFA at the moment. The Champions League helps that, but FA Cup, Europa League, love that from you, John McGinn. Let's just go and win a trophy.